Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Innovation and ShoWTimE on Newkirk Precinct. This is from the just released replay pack of the matches from IEM 11 World Championship Katowice 2016. I remember when I first started my StarCraft 2 channel, Katowice replays were just released 2 years ago, and I called it Katowice, much to my everlasting shame. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is ShoWTimE, hailing from Germany, and just one of the best foreigner Protoss players on planet Earth. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Innovation, one of the best players of Terran on planet Earth and hailing from Korea. So again, man, these World Championship rounds, and this one in Katowice, is having some of the best talent on the planet. All of the best talent on the planet, honestly. I can't think of anybody who wasn't there. I mean, that wasn't invited, right? Like, some people probably had conflicts, but nevertheless, this is just as big as it gets. And I hope, as I cast a selection of the games from this tournament, that it encourages you to go actually watch live tournament play. If you go to Liquidpedia, just search Liquidpedia in Google, there is obviously the Liquidpedia page. On the right there, StarCraft 2, there's a link to upcoming tournaments and where you can watch them. So give those a look. Those are cast by some very, very talented casters. Indeed, very impressed by those fellows most of the time. And you can watch them live. You can, obviously there are some VODs that pop up as well. And again, I just like casting some of the higher level stuff, get you my spin and my take on some of these games. And that way, everybody will be happy. So it does look like a 1-Rex expand here out of Innovation. Innovation is going for a Reaper in PvT. This is mostly probably to try to take down that probe that is recognizing what is going on and is trying to escape with his life at this moment in time. I don't know if he's going to make it. This Reaper is headed out in a direction that's going to cause problems. But this is El Segador, Fear the Reaper Man. That is obviously Spanish. I don't know what that translates into, whether that's the literal translation of Reaper in Spanish, but El Segador is moving out across the map. The probe, actually headed to the north to escape the wrath of this Reaper. Reaper not really actively looking for the probe, just more trying to see what is up in ShoWTimE's side of things. Again, 2-player map, so you know where your opponent is. There's really no question whatsoever on that. So heading in does see the Nexus that is just now done. ShoWTimE is making an Adept. Mothership Core is out. Innovation recognizes Mothership Core is out. It's just time to go. It's time to leave. Don't press the issue. Just sit here outside, maybe scout. Any more probes try to escape. If we see some Adepts moving out, the Reaper will be the first one to know. Is there a third base possibly? Is there anything? I mean, it's hopping up into the natural. Are there any? Oh my goodness, free probes. Free probes for Innovation, and one probe dies. Adept says, "You jerk. You leave my probes alone." One shot. Another probe dead, and does manage to hop inside the main base. Man, Reaper control at these higher levels is always just absolutely insane. Is it getting another probe kill for El Segador? A pylon's up for ShoWTimE. Mothership coming over to photon overcharge that thing, but this Reaper is just causing so many problems, and it finally dies. And it finally dies. 3 probes killed. Photon overcharge coming up in the natural base of Innovation, though. Absolutely taking down that supply depot. The DPS from the Mothership Core here as well. Another supply depot under direct assault, and is it? No. Not enough to take it down, especially with 3 SCVs repairing it. So both players doing some damage to each other early, losing 1 Reaper and a supply depot. Is Innovation, and 3 probes dead for ShoWTimE as well. Another photon overcharge comes up, trying to do some damage to this barracks, but retreating is the Mothership Core, and now the pylon does not have spotted the high ground, but it actually does take down an SCV anyway. So a bit of a sloppy move there by Innovation, losing an SCV that he didn't need to, but he clears out the Protoss base inside his own base. I mean, a pylon counts as a base, right? 3rd Nexus on the way from ShoWTimE. Holy smokes, this guy is playing fast and hard right now. Phoenix already out for ShoWTimE, and actually there's a Widowmine drop attempt here from Innovation, but actually draws the Phoenix over the Widowmines and takes out the Phoenix instead, which I'm sure ShoWTimE would have preferred. Losing that Phoenix to losing some probes at this stage of the game, especially considering he's already lost 3. It's 38-30 Harvesters, though. ShoWTimE actually has the lead on his Terran opponent, despite the fact that there are mules, right? So if we look at the income tab, it's actually not that far off. It's about 13,000 to 16,000. ShoWTimE has the lead. An attack from Innovation, though. Moving out with Marines. They don't have combat shield. They don't have stim. They don't have +1 attack. They don't care. They're just going to see what damage they can do to the Protoss player. There's a medevac here as well with 22 total hit points. Just like What up? I'm probably going to die if any stalkers catch me whatsoever. Innovation does manage to save his Widow Mines, but these Phoenix are chasing them down desperately, trying to not get hit by these Widow Mines that got unloaded. Here come the Marines, but Photon Overcharge chasing them away. Some Adepts here as well. Innovation recognizing not a good engagement. I'm going to actually pull out. So Phoenix do manage to buy some time there. Phoenix picking off that medevac again, so low on HP. ShoWTimE loves his Phoenix. Loves them so very, very much. Might get this medevac as well. Again, Widow Mines, problematic, staying out of range. But this medevac's down to 22 hit points. That is enough. ShoWTimE's pulling back. I've lost a medevac. I have a very weakened medevac. My Marines, again, do not have any upgrades at all. The combat shield and stim and +1 are on the way. Right, they're on the way, but they're not quite here yet. 52 to 42 total harvesters. Innovation has a lot of Marines on the ground for this stage of the game, making more and more and more. Also getting a reactor on his starport and a reactor on his factory at this moment in time. ShoWTimE is sitting on Adepts. Adepts and Phoenix are how he's going to play this thing. This isn't like the early days of Legacy of the Void where Mass Adept was just kind of really hard to deal with for Terran for a long time, actually. Oh, and picking up a Widow Mine and destroying it with Phoenix being spotted by the Observer. Great teamwork there by ShoWTimE. Just the control here, it just makes me shake my head in amazement every single time I watch a game from one of these players. And here they are together. Here they are together. It's 48 to 53 harvesters. ShoWTimE has a bit of a lead. 21 Marines and a medevac is the army of Innovation. I guess he has 2 Widow Mines as well. 5 Phoenix and only 5 Adepts for ShoWTimE. So, I mean, he is macroing to his heart's content. He really doesn't have much of an army if Innovation should choose to attack. And he is, because he's a good Terran player and recognizes that sitting back and letting the Protoss player get as much tier 3 up as they want is not a good way to win the battle. Observer here does scout out what Innovation is up to, sees him coming in, scanned and murdered, because, man, these high-level players can see the Observer shimmer, even if they can't necessarily see them straight up, like with a missile turret or a scan or something. So Phoenix flying in, trying to pick those medevacs off if they can. There's only about 5 Marines escorting them. I feel like you can do it, ShoWTimE. Get in there and pick those off, but more Marines are joining the party. Now back out. Back right the heck out. Stim's done for these Marines. They've got the combat shield and they've got the +1. It's all done. It is all done. Walking up right to the front. There are a bunch of Adepts for ShoWTimE. He needs to use the Phoenix in this battle to win this thing, as well as double Photon Overcharge. Would be nice. Another huge round of Adepts. Whoa, just waltzing in here, though. There's the Photon Overcharge. There's the scouting. Lifting up the Widow Mines. Getting rid of those. The Marines trying to pick off the Phoenix here. Liberators moving in as well. Recognizing if the Phoenix are dead, the Liberators are much, much more effective. Adepts holding their own against the Marines and the Marauders. Enough Phoenix are alive to take down medevacs, to take down the Liberator, to pick up and kill yet another Widow Mine. Adepts holding their own here against the Marines and the Marauders. Again, lifting Widow Mines, making sure they're not part of this battle. Lifting more units. Terran forces getting dominated there. A small drop at the third base, though, by Innovation, evening the scales just a little bit here. Probably going to go ahead and take down this third Nexus. I don't think ShoWTimE can save it, and no, he can't save it. A couple of Adepts warp in, but Innovation is here. And he picks up and retreats with his medevac. Can he get out of there? And the Phoenix take down the medevac, lifting up the Widow Mine. Big attack of Adepts here inside the natural base of Innovation. 2 Liberators, though, really doing well. Widow Mines firing at the same time, and a bunch of Adepts died there. That did not feel very good, but everybody cleaned up on this side of the map from the Terran player as well. So, looking at resources lost very quickly, it is 47,000 or 100 resources lost with the Terran player, and about 5,600 lost for the Protoss player. Phoenix moving out here. It is 46 to 44 harvesters. Innovation somehow has the lead now. 18 probes have been killed. It's a lot of probes, actually, for ShoWTimE, and only 3 SCVs have lost their lives for Innovation at this point. Phoenix trying to fly in and see what they can do. Free Widow Mine. That's nice. So many Widow Mines have died in this game. Nine Widow Mines have been killed. Phoenix kind of have free reign inside the main base right now. SCVs being picked off. They're trying to construct barracks. No, not going to happen for you. And the Phoenix decide it is time to retreat. I don't know. I think they had more time in here to the main to do some more damage. And you know what? They decided, you're right, Falcon Paladin. Let's go back in there. Let's go back in there and kill more SCVs. I guess maybe they are out of energy. Yeah, pretty low on energy here. Saving it for these Marines, possibly. Medevac here, healing up at the same time. Widow Mines, not burrowing, but they don't need to. There are enough Marines with medevac support to chase those away. This is just ShoWTimE trying to pin Innovation inside his own base. Worried about Phoenix harassment. Innovation can't move out, can't really take a third. Is this another drop by Innovation? Where did this one come from? Where did this come from? It's just a Widow Mine drop. That's all it is. Just a simple Old-fashioned Widowmine drop does almost take down a Phoenix, but a lot of HP on those things for being how light and flimsy seeming they are. Phoenix really want that medevac. Innovation hiding it in the very, very top right corner of the map here. Might accidentally fly directly into these Phoenix, though. Yes, indeed. ShoWTimE was checking that direction. And that is the end of days for that medevac. Where are your observers? You have two, ShoWTimE. 1, 2, trying to come up and clear out this Widowmine, which again has shut down the third base rather effectively. Another push out from Innovation. APM for these guys, 360 for Innovation, 420 for ShoWTimE, just playing their hearts out on this, the highest stage of StarCraft 2. Widowmine finally gets destroyed there out of ShoWTimE. Upgrade list, +1 attack is done for the ShoWTimE's ground units. Resonating Glaives is out as well. Obviously, Warp Gate Research. We've got pretty much what I've talked about, and Concussive Shell for Innovation, as well as +1 infantry armor is complete. No sign of +2 for our Terran player. He's sticking on the +1 for now. No Pult-esque +3 upgrades at the 12-minute mark for him, as it turns out. Another observer dies, scanned and destroyed by Innovation. Phoenix flying along this bottom edge of the map, saying if the army is here at the third base, trying to establish a third for Innovation, perhaps there's not much in the main, and he would be correct. There's really not much here at all. There are some Marines, but they get picked up and destroyed immediately by these Phoenix Marauders. Perhaps the next target, free Liberator as well, pops out at the wrong time. Widowmine's getting picked up and destroyed. Another dead Liberator? No, not another dead Liberator, but man, these Phoenix are absolutely being incredibly cost efficient, and their numbers just continue to increase. There are 9 of them. He's going Adept Phoenix. ShoWTimE is committing to this Adept Phoenix thing, and I just feel like he needs to win this thing sooner. He's in a lot of trouble as Innovation's army gets bigger, as their upgrades increase. I don't know. ShoWTimE's down to 33 workers. What is going on? These Widowmine drops just decimating him, or what? I mean, yeah, ShoWTimE, he's on a timer at this point. It's 52 to 33 Harvesters. Innovation has 3 bases just like he does. Here come a ton of Adepts with +1, and a Resonating Glaive. That is 41 Adepts. Time to go for it, waltzing right on top of this army. Pretty good split, actually. Marauders moving out. There we go. Adepts on top of that refinery. Medevacs coming in and trying to heal as the Phoenix, clearing everything out as well, lifting and destroying, trying to kill Medevacs while lifting up Marauders, which are really what the Adepts are struggling with right now, are these Marauders. However, Phoenix, multi-purpose, lifting Widowmines, Liberator setting up shop. No, and forced to retreat are the Adepts. Nope, Psionic transferring here into this natural base, going after SCVs while Marauders trying to kill them, but they are single-minded in focus, killing as many workers as they Protostly can. And that's 25 dead SCVs for Innovation. It is down to 33 to 33 Harvesters. Army supply definitely favoring our Terran player, though. He's got about 4,900 resources invested in his army, and ShoWTimE is sitting at 22. Yeah, it's doubling up and more right now. Innovation is just macroing so hard, macroing like a beast. Yes, he lost all those SCVs, but he has not lost as much when it comes down to resources lost here. 10,000 lost for the Terran, but 13,002 lost for ShoWTimE. Here we come. Liberators, Marines, Marauders. Again, a big Adept swarm in here for ShoWTimE. He's got 16 of them, but cancels. Liberators just causing him so many problems right now. He needs the Phoenix to take them out, but there are only 5 of those remaining, and there are a total of 5 Liberators. Not good ratio for the Protoss player. Widowmines, Liberators, Marines, Marauders, and that is it! Oh, ShoWTimE taps out. That attack did not do well as he needed it to. Widowmines here again in his third base. Is he just walking him up? I guess this medevac probably dropped him off. Probably dropped him off is what happened there. So many dead. 34 dead probes. And I think most of it is just tiny little drops. Tiny little drops throughout the game there. But that's all she wrote for our Protoss player. Whoosh. Whoa, that was non-stop. Innovation lost 53 Marines, 17 Marauders, 5 Liberators, 26 SCVs, 6 Medevacs, and 18 Widowmines. That's a lot of dead Widowmines. ShoWTimE, on the other hand, lost 12 Phoenix and 63 Adepts, as well as 5 Observers. Innovation was just on an Observer massacre rampage right there for sure, and 34 probes were killed as well. Resources lost, about what we said previously, about 11,000 for the Terran, but closer to 13,000 or 14,000 for ShoWTimE. Just had to make it work with the Adepts and the Phoenix there at that attack at the third base, and it just didn't. Liberator count was too high. Marauder count was too high. Didn't do enough damage, enough critical damage, and kept losing stuff to these little drops that Innovation is doing while defending his front at the same time. Absolutely insane. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.